that the blanks are rolled on. They're metal, and they become the inside of the mold. The first process is to tack the flag to the mandrel. And we've got a tacking fluid here that makes it sticky. And girl will take this and tack that flag to the mandrel. It's a very important part of the process. If that tacking isn't done properly, we end up with what amounts to a loose tack, kind of like getting a roll of carpet. You know, when you push something across there and it rolls it up. But we get a loose tack in here that doesn't wrap itself up nice and tight and become a good homogeneous part of the rod. So it will break. And I can see that in the material if we get one back. And that's one place where this process, if it isn't done properly, can destroy the blank. Okay, once she gets it tacked to the blank, they'll take it over and put it on the rolling table and start to roll it. This particular pattern looks like it has two pieces in there. What he did was put in a little tab with a number in it that tells us what blank this is. But as I told you before, out of all those 600 blanks, if they don't have something in there to tell me what it is, I'll never figure it out. Some Paula or Randy can come through here. They've been looking at them for 15 years. And a lot of them they can tell by looking at them. I can't. Now you can see they're putting in another piece in this particular blank. And the way they're laid out is they'll have the second piece on that end of the table, and the last piece will be on this end of the table, so that they go in the proper order.
You have to coat the mandrel with anything to make it slide off, or it just slides off into the...
No, it'll come up, but it has to be hot when it comes off.
There is a mold release that we...
Each one of the mandrels has to be cleaned, and we have a mold release that's on them. Yeah. This little tab that he put in there is called a pull tab. That helps reinforce the butt end of this blank when it comes out, so that when we put it on the extruder or the extractor, we can pull that off. It's got a little more beef at the end of it. You'll see what it does.
Interesting enough, these tables are heated to warm up the resin in the glass, and also the bottom of this table is made like piano keys. It has a whole bunch of little piano keys sitting on a pneumatic form. So this table will conform to whatever size mandrel, whatever taper, the table will actually conform to it. It's kind of neat. It looks like a whole bunch of piano keys across here. So we'll warm the blanks up, roll them on the rolling table. But next they go over to the cellophane machine, which is behind you. We're going to need a little room there if you want to see them operating, because it's probably the type thing you don't want to be too close to it. But for all intents and purposes, the cellophane becomes the outside of the mold. And we'll pull it down under a lot of pressure. It squeezes all the air out, squeezes the fiberglass down tight. And then the outer layer of cellophane that we're placing on here becomes the heat insulator, so that it doesn't burn the fiberglass in the oven. But he's putting on a layer of cellophane and then a layer of nylon at the same time. This machine was modified to do both tapes at the same time. Very, very, very slick machine. You can see the pressures on the pressure gauges and how much pressure it's putting on the tape. He's got them right up almost to the breaking point the way it's coming down. Very hands-on process. Everything here is done by hand. There's no automation here. It's very hands-on with everything. The metal part will come out after the day. We've seen the inside of the mold, now you're seeing the outside of the mold.
Did he go slower on the butt section because you need more pressure? Or why was he able to speed it up?
Like having more line on the drag on your reel, the butt section puts more pressure. So as it gets down towards the center, it eases up a little bit. these are done one at a time, over and over, up to 1,000 times a week.
Okay, once they get through there, we put those into the rack and we bring them over here.
Are these used recycled materials?
Are they recyclable? Yes, we recycle as much of it as we can.
That's a good answer.
Thank you. We'll fill in somewhere else over there just to help the boys out with overtime if you can.
This is the important stuff. You need the guys that
That isn't that you're not an industrial spy.
Oh yeah. Yep, think about that one.